They called me a liar on Christmas. So I gave them the truth and walked away. My name is Susan Blanchard. I was 32 when it all exploded, on Christmas Eve, no less. My parents always acted like family meant everything. And yet, they treated me like I didn't belong. See, years ago I moved from our small Illinois farm to Chicago to become a lawyer. My parents never forgave me for that. They saw it as abandoning my roots, leaving the real work to my older brother, Jake. Jake stayed behind and ran the farm. And in their eyes, he was a hero. Selfless, noble, the backbone of the family. Me? I was the selfish one, the outsider, the disappointment. But what they never knew was that for the past 6 months, I had been quietly depositing money into the farm's shared account. Every single month, just trying to help with the bills. Jake asked me to keep it secret. It would hurt their pride, he said. Let them think I'm managing. I agreed. I trusted him. That was my first mistake. This Christmas, we were all back home. The house was decorated. The fireplace crackled. The tree shimmered. But none of it felt warm. We sat at the table, and as usual, the praise began. Jake's the reason we've kept the farm going, my mother said proudly. He's sacrificed so much for us. I looked across the table at Jake. He didn't correct her. He just smirked. That was the breaking point. Actually, I said, I've been the one sending money. Every month. Since July. My dad scoffed. Don't make things up, Susan. My mother folded her arms. Can we not ruin Christmas with your need for attention? Jake? He leaned back and shrugged. I have no idea what you're talking about. The room spun. I was shaking. My hands clenched into fists under the table. I swear to God, Jake, I said through gritted teeth. If you don't tell them the truth right now, I'll leave first thing in the morning. I'll drive back to Chicago and get the proof. He laughed. Sure, Susan. Whatever story you've cooked up in your head, go ahead and prove it. He didn't think I would, but that's where he was wrong. The next morning, I packed my bags and left. I didn't wait for breakfast. Didn't say goodbye. I just walked past Jake's smug little smirk and drove away from a house that no longer felt like home. I didn't care that it was Christmas. Let them celebrate their fake hero. I was done being the villain in a story they invented. I brought the proof. They called it fake. The moment the banks reopened, I was there first thing in the morning. The teller greeted me with a polite smile. I need printed records of every deposit I've made to the Blanchard farm account since July, I said, voice steady. He nodded and disappeared into the back. A few minutes later, he returned with a thick stack of receipts. My name, the dates, the amounts. One by one, the proof was printed. When he handed them to me, his smile was curious. Let us know if there's anything else, he said. I nodded, but I was already gone. The drive back felt longer this time. Snow still blanketed the roads, but I didn't care. The receipts sat in the passenger seat, neatly stacked, like loaded ammunition. Every glance at them made my blood boil. Jake really thought he could get away with it. And worse, my parents believed him without question. But not for long. I walked into the house without saying a word. My mom was in the kitchen, my dad at the table with his usual morning paper, and Jake, leaning on the counter, smug as ever. I dropped the stack of papers right in front of my dad. Here, every deposit I made into the farm account since July. My name, my money, my help, right there in black and white. He set down the newspaper and started flipping through the receipts, frowning deeper with each page. My mom leaned in, her expression twisted in disbelief. And Jake? Jake's smirk faded for just a second. This can't be right, my dad muttered. Jake said he was covering everything, my mom added. I turned to Jake. Locked eyes. Are you seriously still going to lie? He laughed, tossed the apple core into the trash. Susan, I don't know where you got those, but they're fake. You probably forged them. The room went quiet. And then, my dad's face hardened. My mom stepped back, holding the papers like they were contaminated. What's gotten into you? My father snapped. This is a new low, even for you. You think we're stupid? My mom hissed. Jake's been here every day, working, sacrificing. And you just show up with fake documents. I wanted to scream. Call the bank. Check for yourself. But they wouldn't even consider it. My dad tossed the receipts back onto the table. Enough, Susan. And that was it. I stood there, with solid proof, and they still treated me like the liar. Jake leaned back, arms crossed, smirking again. You've always been jealous, he said. That was the last straw. You know what? I'm done. Don't expect me to ever come back. No one stopped me. The door slammed shut behind me, and for the first time in my life, I didn't look back. 6 months passed. Not a call, not a letter, nothing. I focused on my job, tried to move on, until one summer afternoon, there was a knock at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened it, and there they were, my mom and dad, looking older, tired, small. My dad cleared his throat. "Can we come in?" His voice was quiet, almost humbled. I stepped aside. They sat awkwardly on my couch, glancing around like they didn't belong there. "What do you want?" I asked, arms crossed. My dad looked down. "Susan, we owe you an apology. A big one." My mom nodded. Her hands shook. "We didn't believe you when you told us the truth." Her voice cracked. "We need to make it right." I said nothing. My dad continued. "After you left, things started falling apart. Bills piled up. Equipment broke. Jake said he had it under control, but he didn't. He trailed off. My mom stepped in. He finally confessed. "You were the one sending the money. You kept the farm alive." Tears welled in her eyes. "And we didn't listen. We're sorry, Susan, for everything." For a long moment, I just stared at them. There it was, oh shame. Genuine. Heavy. Real. "Where's Jake?" I asked. My mom hesitated. "Still at the farm. He didn't want to come. We thought we should talk to you first." "Still protecting him?" I snapped. "He's ashamed," my dad muttered. "He knows he doesn't deserve forgiveness." I laughed. "Bitter. He let you believe I was lying. Took all the credit. And now what? Sends his regrets through you like a damn telegram. Neither of them could look me in the eye. You should have dragged him here by the collar. He lied. He stole. And you helped him do it. You call this an apology? You're still cleaning up after him." The room went quiet. Then my dad stood. "You're right. We've protected him for too long. It's what we always do." My mom nodded silently, eyes glistening. "You deserved better, Susan. From all of us." They walked out without another word. The door clicked shut, and I finally exhaled. A week later, another knock. I opened it. Jake. Head down. Shoulders hunched. Miserable. "Susan, can I come in?" I let him. He stood in the middle of the room like a scolded child. He didn't sit. Didn't speak until finally. "I came to apologize." His voice was barely a whisper. "I lied. I took the credit. I let them believe you were nothing." Then he broke. No act. No smirk. Just a man crushed by his own reflection. He cried. Hard. Ugly. Real. I didn't say a word. I let the silence do the work. He didn't ask for forgiveness. Didn't beg to fix it. And that's how I knew he meant it. Since that day, things changed. My parents no longer made excuses. Jake kept his distance. I kept my boundaries. Trust takes time. But for the first time in years, I didn't feel invisible. I didn't feel erased. I felt seen, heard, respected. Not because they gave it to me, but because I took it back.